I had to wake up at 4 a.m.
It's complete trash.
I will bet 100 euro.
If a Serb comes to you and says England is shit,
The host has given us another address.
I really hope that none of us at least gets hurt.
I hope to some better.
Harry fucking Kane! The match ended and we had to pay 3 times more than what we did upon arriving, making the total amount. I had to wake up at 4 a.m. only for my boss to film me while sleeping with my mouth open on the plane. Right after we landed in Dortmund, we were super excited for the game, but before that, we had to rest for a bit.
Guys, we just landed in Dortmund. First thing first, we had to get some coffee, some water. We got here, we paid 19 euro for 2 coffees and 2 bottles of waters. Insane. Right now, I'll make a test of the coffee. It doesn't look promising, I'm not gonna lie. It looks bad, especially for a coffee which costs around like 7-8 euro. I'm trying it right now. And I'm telling you that it's complete trash. Like we got ripped off, totally ripped off. Like they're dancing right now back at the counter, like celebrating that they took our money.
We finished our coffee, worked for a bit, got some lunch, and then this happened.
I will bet 100 euro on England versus Serbia at local book in Dortmund. This here is my bet. England over 1.5 goals or England minus 1.0 Asian handicap. I had to stake this bet in Bet365 because Typico doesn't accept new customers in weekends.
We met some English fans on the train. They had some interesting things to say.
If a Serb comes to you and says England is shit, are you
I'll be like, you are right. Yeah.
what do you think about the manager, about Southgate?
Brother, cheers, because we are finally here. Finally here after we arrived in Germany 9 a.m. Right now it's what is like almost 7 p.m. Like 10 hours later.
After 2 hours is the game. England
Yeah. In 2 hours we have to be in Gelsenkirchen. We're like half an hour away by train. We went to the center of Dortmund to eat some food, and afterwards we wanted to do a bet. So firstly, we go to a restaurant at the city center and we wait for our food for almost an hour, even more than an hour.
1 hour.
1 hour. At least the food.
Fucking food.
For the fucking food. The food was delicious.
After the shittest coffee ever.
Yeah, the coffee was the shittest one I have ever tried in my life. The food at the restaurant was good. We wanted to go to Tipico. This is a bookmaker in Germany, to place a bet and to film a video for our Instagram where we post some bets, some entertainment videos as well.
They accept customers to make new cards and to accept their bets only in the weekdays, not the weekend.
So they said, guys, we're really sorry, but we cannot make a card, so you cannot place a bet. And we're like, fuck it, we're still gonna film the video. We filmed the video in front of the Tipico store, but we placed the bet on yeah. And we called the train. We went to Oberhausen, we go to our Airbnb by taxi. It was like a 5-minute drive. We arrive here and we look at our Airbnb chat and we see that the host has given us another address, which is like 10 minutes away from here. But it starts to rain and we're carrying like, each of us is carrying a luggage, a backpack, and we're carrying some bags as well. We go to this other house where we have to get the key, and we think that this is our new house, and we realize that this is the house from where we just get the key and we have to get back to here. So we lose another like 10 to 15 minutes in the rain, and finally we are here. We have to go to the match in less than 2 hours now. We wanted to go to the fan zone before the match, however we were too late. At least our taxi driver was cool and gave us some predictions.
So guys, right now we're traveling to the game, Serbia versus England. We're a little bit late, not a little bit, we're really late. And we have a prediction for the game. I said that my prediction is 3-1, Silan said 3-0, and our taxi driver said 4-1 for England. We all think that England are going to win. They're the better team, obviously, but we're not really sure if they're going to win the tournament because of their manager, Southgate. We spoke with some English fans during our trip to Oberhausen, and some of them were really disappointed again in Southgate, and They even want England to get out of the tournament early. So the FA finally wakes up and fires Southgate. Finally, they have to fire him. We have a prediction for the group actually, which is
outright prediction.
outright prediction for the group.
Slovenia to finish the last.
Yeah, that I think the odds are around 1.72. For me, it's obvious that they're the worst team in the group. The second place will be between Denmark and Serbia. First place for England, and everything else will be a total shock and total surprise for me.
And it's interesting that now, when we are going to the match, we saw in the social media that many fans from the England and from the Serbia are fighting each other, and it's a very fighting area in Gelsenkirchen.
Yeah, in Gelsenkirchen, Serbian fans are fighting against English fans. They're throwing chairs, they're throwing all sorts of things. It's brutal. Well, we're going to see what happens in the stadium. I really hope that we have a peaceful experience. We get to watch the match. We get to win our predictions as well. And I really hope that none of us at least gets hurt.
And just like that, 30 minutes before the match, we were in front of the stadium, ready to watch the game for which we paid €948.88. Only 13 minutes after the start, the Galactico in the English squad, Bellingham, scored. We were one step closer to winning our bet, but we weren't expecting what was going to happen next. Just a few minutes after the first goal, Kyle Walker was centimeters away from scoring a second one. England had an opportunity to score from a free kick, which was taken by Alexander Arnold. He has 8 goals directly from a free kick. This time, the ball hit the wall. The Serbs were trying to get some control over the game. It was clear that they're the inferior squad and couldn't really threaten Jordan Pickford. The food was on the level of the game, not the best.
I hope to some better.
While we were waiting on the line to get some food, I saw an English fan who was drawing English flags on people's faces. So I decided, why not? I'm rooting for them anyway. They have to score a second goal so my bet wins. During the second half, there weren't many interesting moments. Alexander Arnold tried his chance again with this shot from distance, but the Serbian goalie had no problem stopping it. Harry fucking Kane, how can you miss that? 15 minutes before the end, this was the last good chance for our prediction. We had lost our hope and the disappointment was enormous. The match ended and we had to pay 3 times more than what we did upon arriving, making the total amount that we spent for the match day €1,241.48.